Welcome back to the Football Betting Tips and Strategies series. In this episode, we're going to be looking at analysing form and how you can use this to your advantage to find value in the market. Now, form is one of the key factors that I assume most people use when deciding on picks to make. But only in recent years have I changed my approach to analysing form to deliver more successful bets. So we'll go to Italy for a real-life example from the 2019-2020 Serie A season. On the 8th of December 2019, we had Sampdoria at home to newly promoted Parma. Looking at the last 5 Serie A games of each of these teams coming into the game, Sampdoria came in with 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss, while Parma came in with only 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. So based on that alone, you would expect Sampdoria to have the advantage. And then when you consider other factors such as home advantage, which is strong in Serie A, and the fact that Parma were a newly promoted team, despite them being higher up in the table, the odds offered by the bookmakers had Sampdoria as the favourites. But let's look at that form again. What I ask you to do when analysing form is to consider the strength of the opposition and whether the results came home or away. A team may appear at first glance to be on a poor run of form, but if a majority of those games has been against top sides, then you need to factor that into your analysis. Looking at Sampdoria's form, they had 4 positive results, that being either a win or a draw. But 3 of these were to teams placed in 15th to 19th. Furthermore, 3 of these 4 games were at home, where there is an expectation to get a more positive result due to the home advantage. And now let's look at Parma. Parma's positive results came against sides placed 5th, 12th and 13th. This includes an impressive home win against 5th place Roma. And the 2 draws were away to teams placed 12th and 13th. So even just by adding an additional layer of complexity to your analysis, you've uncovered something that most people will not see, and that is that Parma are actually coming into the game with better form. Now, I factored this into my analysis of the game as well as other factors and determined that the odds for Parma were incorrectly priced by the bookmakers. So I placed a high stake on Parma to win at odds of 3.8, and Juraj Kuka scored a goal in the first half that would go on to see Parma win the game. So the second tip is when analysing form, look at the strength of the teams faced and give additional consideration as to whether results were earned home or away. Just doing this alone will give you an incredible advantage over the average bettor. Thank you for watching. As always, if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like. Also, comment down below your biggest wins or unexpected wins. I want to hear about them all.
Hello, welcome back to the Football Betting Tips and Strategies series. Before we start, I just want to make sure that all of you are following me on Instagram. I've been posting picks to turn £50 into £1,000 in a kind of mini challenge, and so far we're on £665 with 1 more leg to go. So even if you can't make this challenge, be sure and ready to jump on the next one and get those live tips straight to your phone by following the Football Bank on Instagram. So today's topic is actually inspired by a good supporter of the channel who reached out to me on Instagram to perform some analysis on a pick he made which hadn't gone the way he'd predicted. He provided me with the details of the bet, and I looked into the factors affecting the game to try to understand why the game didn't go the way he'd expected. So the game in question was from the Swedish Premier Division, and you have to forgive my pronunciation here, but AFC Eskilstuna were at home and playing against Ogrite IS, and my supporter placed a bet on the game to either end in an away win or a draw at odds of 1.55. Now, the bet choice and types of bet I like to place are probably best suited for another video, because the purpose of this video is that even though my supporter performed all the correct analysis, he missed out on one key thing, and that's what I want to share with you today. So let's look at the form of the teams coming into this game. Ogrite, the team which my supporter backed, came into the game with 1 away win, 1 home win, and 2 draws at home, but the draws were against strong opposition. So overall, quite good form coming into this game. The home team, AFC Eskilstuna, on the other hand, came into the game with 1 win at home, 2 losses away from home, and then a draw at home. So comparatively much worse form. And when you're comparing the form of those 2 teams, there is a strong indication that Ogrite, the team which my supporter backed, was the correct choice to make. I'll also add that I checked and neither team were missing any significant or key players. So again, focusing kind of solely on the form with no other key factors affecting the game, it would seem that the away team here is the right choice to make. But after researching more, I picked up on one key thing which I want to stress to you today, not to make this mistake. Despite the home team coming into the game on such poor form, they had not lost a game at home since the start of the season. They were undefeated. Before this game, they had played 6 games at home. They had won 4 and drawn 2. Now, I'm no expert in the Swedish league, but it's clear that this team's home advantage is significantly more than the typical home advantage which exists, and should have been considered as part of the analysis. So when you are betting against a team, no matter how strong the rest of your analysis is, and even if the form of the team that you are backing is so good, don't bet against a team which are undefeated. If the team you're betting against hasn't lost their last 4 games, don't bet against them. If the team that you are betting against are playing at home in the next game and they haven't lost their last 4 home games, don't bet against them. If the team that you're betting against are playing at home and have an exceptional home record over the course of the season, maybe having only lost 1 or 2 games at home, don't bet against them. There are indicators in that data that show that the home advantage is greater for that team, and therefore if you're betting against them when they're playing at home, then you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And it's true, no winning streak can go forever, but I'm not going to place a bet on that streak coming to an end in my game. I hope this short video is helpful with a real life example, and thank you to Llewellyn who reached out to me on Instagram. Many thank you for your support. Please feel free to reach out to me like Llewellyn did on Instagram to ask any questions or send any losing bets that you'd like me to analyze on this channel, so that together we can share knowledge and keep on winning. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support that's coming through the channel. We've just passed 700 subscribers. It would be great if we could get to 1,000, before Christmas. Let's set ourselves that goal. All of the support is much appreciated and really encourages me to keep on making these videos. So until next time, bye-bye.